Alrighty. Equip. That doesn't work. Go off to cargo. Upgrade the hull, because we do have the scrap. We do have quite a lot of scrap. Repair the hull. I can't do it again. I don't really want to bother upgrading the RAM, because I mean, we could do that. Oh well. True, kind of right, Marazhai. Okay, can we find some nice resources? Nope. So far the answer's no. Phlogiston! Just 2, but hey! Now that we have it, let's have a look at our colonies. Gamma. What? For that we need the efficiency. And... ooh, giants! Mobile extraction 10. But for that we need chemicals. We just need chemicals. So we have to kind of wait. I want to do those 2 projects. Provisions, mechanisms. Why did I need the Phlogiston? Did I want to do that one? I wanted to do that one as well. Yeah, let's wait with this one, I guess. Yeah, and we also need Phlogiston here. We just need way too many resources. Come on, chemicals! One more Phlogiston. Great, nothing. Huh? Huh? Promethean. That's also nice. But I think we didn't need that in any... nope. In any current projects. But it's still nice to have. Not gonna complain. That much. From here we could go up to the Mundus Valencius, but we're going to go down here. It was discovered that one of the smaller vats in Engine Hall 5, which should have been filled with wastewater, instead contained a liquid that looked like blood. This incident was deemed not to be of serious concern, and everything went back to normal as soon as the ship returned to real space. Okay. Still so confused that we can't go here. I think I will stabilize this route here. Still, things are happening. The vessel's confessors report his content among their flock. During the traditional sermon before departure, a ritual chandeliered 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attribute this incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the voidsman noticed it, now whispering about an ill omen, fearing the woes that may soon come. We decide to organize punitive processions against everyone faltering in their belief. This resounding condemnation of weakness of spirit and body led to arbitrary reprisals against anyone who dared even mention the troubles hanging over the crew. With the permission of the confessors, the voidsmen took the task of bolstering morale into their own hands and successfully quelled the rising panic. I know that we want to go here. I just want to make sure that I didn't overlook any means to go here. But I mean, then again, could also mean that we have to chart the course. That we just have to pay quite a lot of navigators inside. but I always did that. Okay. I kind of want to finish the colony things first, so I'm at least gonna explore those two systems before going to Xenos. There was a malfunction in the engineering chamber during the warp journey. The accelerator cogitators stopped obeying the tech priest. For a few precious moments, the ancient machines were left to their own devices. The crew managed to avoid serious breakdowns or accidents. Several acolytes of the cult Mechanicus were turned into servitors as penance, and the bosun gave out several triple watches to the voicemen who dredged up the old rumors about the cursed ship. Yikes. Let's see. I want my chemicals. Lord Captain, the Vox systems intercepted a distress signal coming from an Imperial vessel. The system contains a ship that belongs to the planetary fleet of Koronus, the capital of the Von Valensis dynasty. The transmission is repeated at regular intervals, but the message itself is corrupted. A cacophony of requests for helps, groans and shouts. What in the world? It is your name that they are shouting, Lord Captain. Don't you just hate it when the computer comes alive and stops obeying? Yeah! And then begins to talk back. Oh hey, we're getting Prometheum, but, well, as loot, not as resources. Cool. Another lovely asteroid. Come on, chemicals. Less steel. And a gutted voidship. No, signal. Off we go. Interesting, I think that's the Navigator's throne. Because of the eye in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but top of the chair.
The demise of Yesivon is a terrible loss. Millions of pilgrims have perished in the darkness of heresy, taking his spark with them.
The loss is significant, but easily rectified. The demise of the voidship itself is a true sorrow for the Imperium. The sacred temple of the Omnissiah is now an empty shell, and the machine spirits have forsaken it.
Wow. It is kind of interesting to see that, like, meeting so many brutally murdered corpses is just so normal in this game. Like, okay, expected that. This person's body is covered in unpleasant looking growths, scabs and ulcers. They look like fresh mutations. Chaos influence once more. Yeah, you can't walk into the wall. Mutants, am I right?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Okay. Why are you here all alone? All your friends are down here. Ah, and Cassia has good initiative. It's gonna be an awesome fight. Alright.
It's as good as done.
I don't think we're going to get Cassia down there, but we can certainly
I'll
try.
see to it personally.
There is actually an officer ability which we didn't take, which I'm kind of missing, which allows an ally just to move a little bit. And it's also really nice. Well, I really don't get this ability sometimes. What? Why do I have this multiple layers? Anyway.
Step aside. The Navigator is coming.
Okay, whose turn is it first? Oh, there are also ones. I can't target you.
Me?
Oh.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Let's take you.
If I may. As duty demands.
Bye. Let's boost Edward as well, in return. If I go here, I can just try and shoot. I won't kill anyone, but well.
On it.
Alright, Cassia. Ah, now I understand it. This is on top. It still doesn't make sense. They can just like add a line. Oh, weird. And I could just go here and try to kill all of you. No, let's do
Emperor, give me strength. Me?
that. There we go.
If you insist, Lord, try to die with grace at least.
Ooh, you survived. I don't like that. Curse
I'm
you.
not accustomed to being ordered
Should have done
around.
that first. Oh well. Spontaneous mutation. Yeah, don't you hate that when you suddenly mutate and then have a pink glowing circle ringy in you? Hard times. Whose turn is it next? Mutant Enforcer. Let's try to kill
Heavy
you.
is the tread of his faithful.
%14 chance to hit. Nope. They all have the same spontaneous mutation. I don't know.
No! These ruby flashes are choking me.
Flesh is weak, yet iron knows no
It is
pain.
interesting that Cassia is surprisingly, well, tough. Wow. Okay, Argenta. Lots of heretics. Enjoy.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury!
If claim bounties kills a target Magos prey, the bounty hunter receives +2 AP. Let's do that. Don't think I need the AP, but having fun.
Eradicated!
There we go.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen.
And it's more.
As the Emperor commands, you, my
And a couple
Emperor,
of times
I
more.
am his will made manifest.
I'll do it.
Oh,
This is why I was chosen.
it's a really good
For
bullet
you, my
penetration.
Emperor.
And nice. Okay.
Faith without deeds. This is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands,
Neat.
doubt is for the weak.
Pray. Nice. You completely restored the momentum. I love it.
As the Emperor
Relevant
commands, I
slaughter.
act.
Typical Argenta turn. Okay.
Follow my lead. We should deal with this.
Good on my enemy.
At your
Let's
beck and
attack
call.
recklessly. And rush.
It will be done. That's not the Seneschal's job.
And bonk.
I took care of this one.
Great job. Here and boost myself.
Everyone, step aside.
Be
I
my
won't
enemy.
object to it.
Aim for. Nah, I don't want to aim for
Naturally.
because then we can death
Let's see
whisper.
to it.
And we even could attack once more, but we don't need that. Yeah.
I
Blessings.
won't object to it.
Alrighty.
I'll see to it personally.
I think we don't have too many enemies left. I think just 2, right? Yeah.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Yes, you. Rude.
As duty demands.
Nice. Let's give him another
Accept your
turn.
lot.
He doesn't need it though.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Try to die with grace, at least.
At least die with grace. Excuse me.
Keep your wits about you.
Yeah, I'd say let's
The
loot.
machine god grants me insight.
Ooh, Navigator, Staff of Half Cassini. In a distraction cape. This cape lowers all enemies' perception by minus wearer's fellowship bonus. Maybe for Cassia? Yeah. But hey, the stuff is actually nicer because we get more perception. But their bonus abilities are different. Castigating 5. Enemies targeted by the Navigator's powers gain a -5 penalty to all their characteristics until the end of the Navigator's next turn. That is cool. All allies targeted by Navigator's powers, I think we rarely do that, gain Navigator's perception bonus halved, so 3. Additional MP. Oh, that's cool though. Infusing 7. Allies targeted by Navigator powers. I think our current staff is more suited for what we do. Despite the new one giving additional +5 on perception. But I mean, the Navigator's powers are mainly willpower, so...
I always have a backup plan.
Loot.
The Inquisition taught me many things.
Please stand by while we tidy up.
I always keep my options open.
I think he's the Navigator because of the purple robe. And that's the throne we saw on the loading screen. The Navigator's throne. The handles are extremely worn, with visible marks left by nails. Evidence of the terrifying hours spent locked in battle with the power of the war. It's a Navigator. The leader of the ravaged ship's crew wiped the sweat from his brow, an emotion characteristic of navigators. Not with his whole hand, but with 2 fingers moving from left to right and back, so as not to touch his third eye by accident. But this movement is the only sign of fatigue he allows himself. His posture is immaculate, shoulders wide, eyes front, as if he did not just emerge from a grueling battle and is simply greeting you on the bridge on an uneventful day. My greetings, your lordship. There's no need for introductions. I know the heirs of the Von Valencias line by sight. I'm Han of the House Cassini, the navigator on this vessel, and as the senior surviving officer, I assume command after the incident. Lady Navigator, what an unexpected and pleasant meeting, considering the circumstances. And decorously dips his head to Cassia. I have not had the honor of being personally acquainted with you, but of course I know the emblem of House Celio. How fares the Honorable Regent? Cassia Celio. She offers a reserved nod. Cordiality will not disguise the ice-blue coldness of your words, Navigator Han. However, I will tell Regent Argenta that you inquired of his health. You may pass on my best wishes to Navigator Cassini. And now, let's set the pleasantries aside. I'm sure the rogue trader would like to ask you a few questions. As Han speaks, others glares at you with dour attention. Up close, you can plainly see that every one of them is a mutant. Their faces and bodies bear the mark of incredibly grotesque deformities, the same as the muttering madmen who attacked you. However, Han's associates seem perfectly clear-eyed, showing no sign of madness. Probably less mutated? Or is it due to the Navigator? And why are we standing so close? Group hug? What happened to the ship and the crew, Han? This ship is assigned to the port of Koronus. Some time ago, the captain was instructed to deliver a package, urgently by hand, to you, your lordship. We were even shown a picture of your face. The Navigator's voice seems calm, yet there's tension in his eyes, which are trained on you. Yeah, probably worried what we're going to do with them. The disaster struck during the warp jump. I will never know all the details, as I was preoccupied with my primary duties, but for some reason, the captain decided to open the package. Wow. That, as you may have noticed, had a most destructive impact on the crew. Okay, so great thing someone sent us a mutation-inducing package. And what the heck, why did the captain open our package? And frowns. The package contained a chaos artifact. A chaos bomb, if you will. The moment it was removed from its protective cocoon, the crew began to lose their minds and mutate. The first to be afflicted was the captain and the senior officers, but the effect spread with incredible speed. Every deck was consumed by it, every last one. The raging mutants, no longer sane, damaged many systems. The ship was in distress and would have almost certainly been destroyed had I not resorted to making an emergency exit from the warp. The people you have seen here are the only survivors. Or rather, the only ones who are able to retain both their lives and sanity. I gathered everyone I could, isolated the source of danger, and sent out a distress signal. We were adrift, waiting for help to come and fighting off mad crew members. Then, you arrived. Dogmatic, you've all been tainted by chaos. Death to the mutants. So, the chaos bomb package was meant for me. Who's the sender? As far as I know, the order came from Conrad Vogvir, the Master of Whispers in the Rogue Trader's retinue. It is likely that he arranged the delivery, either personally or through intermediates. Great. Abelard's face turns a deep puce. The blasted traitor beat us to Koronus, and is now free to act with impunity. It would not surprise me to find out that this was the work of sorcery. How else could he have reached the world in such a short time? A heretic who is vested with legitimate power and whose latest activities remain a mystery to all. Believe me, Edward, an individual like your former Master of Whispers will not stop at sending a chaos artifact in his attempts to destabilize your protectorate. I'm afraid so too. And pauses, then adds bluntly, almost brazenly. Your reaction suggests that you are not expecting a package of the sort. That is good to know. I'd almost convinced myself that the Rogue Trader was deliberately collecting chaos artifacts. That is a very daring and bold statement. Do not dare to accuse me of colluding with chaos. Do not even suggest it. I beg your pardon. I am too tired to speak diplomatically. However, the sender wanted all of this, and makes a sweeping gesture of the destruction and the corpses of crew members around him. It should happen at your ship, not ours. So, were you not affected by the mutations and madness? Well, that depends. I was born a mutant, you see, and smiles grimly and warily. Navigators are taught to resist the influences of chaos, and so I've been as best I could. But I will be frank with you, I cannot be certain that I have avoided it completely. There have been no visible indications yet. Awareness succeeded. All signs point to Han telling the truth, but you also notice clear evidence of just how difficult it is for him to struggle against the corruption. He's extremely tired, practically exhausted. But that sounds reassuring. Where's the artifact now? The tension in his posture and gaze become even more noticeable. I have placed it inside a protective sarcophagus, more reliable than the previous repository. Unfortunately, an artifact as powerful as this one could not be destroyed under these circumstances. Or rather, I had no assurances that it would not disintegrate every one of us and scatter us across several light hours of neighboring space. But once we're off the ship, I will absolutely find a way to destroy this vile thing. We could lay mines in what remains of the ship and blast it along with the artifact from a safe distance. I have the resources and the knowledge to do it. Or rather, Argenta. Your words give Han pause, but he seems convinced. He relaxes a little, but then asks, cautiously, as if testing the waters. What about me and the crew? Will you take us with you? I mean, I would examine all of them, but especially he, according to that awareness check, is not mutated, so why not? I'm taking you aboard my ship. There, my word is law, and no one will dare to take issue with you, despite the mutations. And I'm not sure if like an additional navigator is something good to have. A spare navigator. Thank you. And salutes you before adding, Lord Captain. Nice. The navigator's throne. The handle's extremely worn, with visible marks left by nails. Evidence, yeah, we read that one before.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
See what I found.
It looks like a sleeping bag. Expeditionary footwear. Whenever the wearer uses a navigator power, they gain plus 15% dodge until the end of the round. Stacks. I like the one
Rise to the top.
which
Or
doesn't
get left
spend
in the
our
dust.
MP more though. Off we go. I think the armor's actually nicer. Okay. Armor. Blessed. I think that's nicer. Then again, I think this is better. More dodging. Pasqal doesn't have any dodging. Base armor property. Logic divided by 10 armor. I think this one should be better anyway. Then again, let's go. I think this one is better. Oh yes. Oh yes it is. Alright, no chemicals, unfortunately. We're just gonna risk it? Yeah. Scheduled service in the ship's chapel was interrupted in the most profane manner. The images of saints and martyrs depicted on the altarpiece started to move and step down from the canvas. The congregation was filled with terror, and dozens perished in the stampede. The illusion disappeared on its own, but it claimed several priests and altar attendants. It is said that frenzied shrieks can still be heard echoing under the vault of the chapel during prayer. Yeah. Here we go. Start new routes. What? I think in the end we might need to craft some new routes ourselves, but we need so much navigators inside. Phlogiston and 5. Nice. Archaeotech mechanism fragment. with more phlogiston, we're definitely going to use this one. Falstone, nope. We're still waiting for... I don't see how we could get this much efficiency. So I guess we're waiting for adamantine. Begin scan. Come on, chemicals. No, that's the wrong symbol. Sadness. And we do have quite a lot of promethium, so nope. How do chemicals look like? Ah, weird symbol. Yeah. I'm sad. I want chemicals. We could also just go, but I think we should actually go to Janus. Oh, we go here to the system, and then build a bridge here to the Frozen Prince, which costs 5 navigators inside. It is expensive. Let's do that. And then we explore those two systems. In the middle of a warp jump, our sensors detected an approaching voidship, similar to ours in size, but of greater tonnage. The unidentified vessel did not respond to our hails and kept its course, approaching us at high speed. I mean, not gonna risk my ship. And Edward decides to fire upon the unidentified vessel. The shell hits its target. The unidentified ship held its course for a moment longer and then it vanished, leaving only flashes of light in its wake. A single projectile is not enough to destroy a ship of that size. What's more, our ship collided, no debris. Probably just an illusion. New routes. Genesis chemicals. Ah, well, maybe. We just explore those two systems and then it's off to Janus. Just those two systems. Let's see how long it takes. Ah, Prometheum. Nah. Interesting. Looks like an abandoned battlefield, right?
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Yay.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder,
Oh no.
as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved
Yeah,
from death.
Argenta.
1,000 heretics were burning alive,
I heard about that
begging
dream.
and sobbing and howling.
Oh, you got an injury.
Do you require inquisitorial approval?
Let's see to it.
You take it.
Operation
By the nature of the injuries,
successful.
it is clear that the head of this man was literally wrenched off, unscrewed from the body.
Is there money to be made?
Fragment of ship plating bearing unholy symbols. It seems the vessel was shot over the planet as some of the debris reached the surface.
This is intriguing.
Gosh, that was close.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay. The burden of failure is the
Argenta,
most
today's not a
terrible
good day,
punishment.
is it? Mission test failed. It was a really bad roll. And quite the hard check. Where the heck are we?
The Emperor sets my path.
I'm watching your back.
Then again,
Always.
Let
Let's
us
just
not
heal it.
dawdle.
can talk to you. The Lascan batteries are depleted. These people fought to the last breath. But it is another Chaos Marine. And looking at the last check, I am a little bit
Keep your
nervous.
wits about you.
I guide humanity between the stars.
Gaze, come on.
Me?
I'll
You
make an
insist, Lord
example
Captain.
out of you.
Death to the false emperor.
500 HP. Yikes. What? I'm not sure if we can do this. 1,000. And not just one Chaos Marine, but 3. How are we supposed to do this? Yeah, this area might be a little bit too high a level area. It would have just been lovely to actually, like, get a hint. I don't think we are gonna do this. Great. But we'll find out, right? Okay. Come on, Argenta. I mean, just looking at this thing. 80% armor. You know, difficulty elite. Since when are we playing on elite? Ah. No, it's difficulty and they're elite enemies. Just want to say we're playing normal. Hell. Yeah, no. We're going to do this later. I don't think we are going to do this. And then it just takes time. The Hellbrute is a variant of the Chaos Dreadnought that is twisted mockery of the Space Marine Dreadnought he used to be, combining the firepower of a small main battle tank with the mind of a frenzied psychopath. Charming. Oh lord. Come on, chemicals! We're just gonna return later. I mean, it's a very remote place, so probably... I know myself, the chance to just forget about this world and this encounter is quite high. So, if you want to see me do it, Mana-chan, Juniper, Alistair, it's on you to remember. Let's go here, though I think probably the same will apply. The tech priest reported a brief malfunction in the Gallowfield generator that left the vessel exposed to the warp for a brief second. According to the Enforcer reports, something did manage to get into the ship and is now prowling the dark corridors of the loading bay 5. Send patrols into the affected chamber. Oh hey, heretic trophies. Several armed teams left to search for the unknown creature that had invaded the vessel. All but 2 returned with nothing to show for it but hair turned prematurely grey and horror stories of what was happening in loading bay 5. One team brought back a bizarre trophy allegedly found behind a shuttered bulkhead. The last team was never seen or heard from again. Yeah, but those 2 are completely isolated. Okay, Emperor's Palm. What a nice system name.